Hello, Aquarius. It's Ashley. How are you? How's the eclipse season been treating you? We're going to find out. We're going to look at the past. This reading is for the week of December 6th. We're going to look at the past and how that moon, that eclipse, treated you, at least in the moment. Now, obviously, the eclipse unfolds for everyone over a period of time. But we're going to look at how that moon kind of treated you last week, what's coming in this week, and then the future here for you, the near future. So, I took a little bit of time off. I had family come in, so last week there weren't any readings, but I am going to get back in the saddle here, get these readings out for you for the second week of December, and then I'm feeling like I'm going to do some twin flame bonus readings for each of the signs. Now, if you're not on a twin flame journey, that won't be very helpful to you, but I will be doing some other bonuses this month as well. So keep an eye out for those. Hit that notification bell so you know when those readings come out. And let's get into this. Let's see what's going on for Aquarius at this time. I kind of feel like this battle between head and heart right now is going on. And I feel like in this moon, we have this disseminating moon. It's kind of, gone from full and now it's shrinking in size. And it could have been pretty exhausting. It says take time to breathe out. So I feel like you've maybe kind of done so. Could have been some silence going on for you during the moon. Let's see. And I will link that eclipse bonus at the end of this in case you haven't seen that yet. So you might find it helpful. I did bonus readings for eclipse season for each of the signs. So we have the King of Cups. I kind of get this like heart healing energy here, maybe even some brokenheartedness that took place. Have the Nine of Wands. Yep. Feeling worn out, and the Hanged Man, the Six of Wands, the Eight of Wands, and the Star. There you are. The Four of Swords. So there you go. That retreat, quiet energy, healing energy, trying to heal. King of Pentacles. And the Six of Swords. Okay, bottom of the deck we have the Four of Wands. So this could certainly be something that has manifested. This is the 1111 card, so manifestation, freedom, union is a potential with this as well. Could be dealing with a soulmate or a family situation, something that, you've really kind of looked to as your stability. I feel like too, what has happened here, I feel like during this moon, you probably also came into some recognition of your own feelings about something. Perhaps something that you had kind of kept hidden from yourself a little bit. This King of Cups, now you could have been dealing with a water sign, but I do feel like this is also your energy, Aquarius. Like there was something deep, deep down within you that maybe came to light here. And it was probably difficult in some way because I do feel like there's a lot of heart healing happening right here. A lot of emotions may have bubbled up for you during this moon. Now, the King of Cups, he's got control of those emotions and he can hide them. And so it could have been something that you were even hiding from yourself. But I do feel like that recognition happened. It's like you came to this understanding that there was some healing that was needed here. And I do feel like this retreat energy, like you pulled back kind of went into quiet mode, perhaps to kind of deal with whatever these feelings were. So let's see, I could also see that perhaps a water sign here wanted a victory with you and you pulled back. So take that as it resonates. Let's see what this is about. With the King of Cups, we're getting two. We have the Tower and the Moon showing up. So again, surprise emotions coming out that you weren't expecting. Could have been some disruption with a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces here. Some shocking intuitive hit as well. But I feel like that very heart-centered emotional energy coming up and kind of bubbling up. It's like I'm seeing, a pot of boiling water. And you throw the pasta in, you walk away, and you kind of forget about it, and it starts to spill over the top. So that's kind of what I'm feeling there. With the Six of Wands, we have the Three of Wands and the Ten of Cups. And with the Four of Swords, we have the Knight of Pentacles and the Queen of Swords. So I feel like for you, I do feel like this is probably a love situation here. But we'll kind of get into it. We'll see what more comes out here. I do feel like perhaps you had some emotions come up around this moon. And I think ultimately they might have been deeper than you realized. Stronger than you realized. Like I said, that King of Cups can kind of hide his emotions, pack them down, and keep them under control. And sometimes even fool himself, right? But I feel like that recognition happened. I feel like there was probably some recognition that maybe whoever you were dealing with here, we have this Four of Wands here, we have this Ten of Cups. This looks like a family dynamic here, perhaps someone you have children with. Like understanding that this is like your Ten of Cups. Whereas before, perhaps you didn't feel as deeply, or you weren't allowing yourself those feelings. And I feel like that recognition happened. Now, this person may have come in with an offer here, and I feel like you retreated. You pulled back. You might have even gone silent on this person or quieted down. I think this person was very clear on what they wanted. I don't know that you were. And perhaps it's because you needed this time to understand how you truly felt. And maybe even deal with some of those feelings that were coming up. Even some of those feelings could have been fears, right? With the moon showing up, that can be like subconscious fears that you didn't realize you even had. But I feel like they kind of bubbled up and over the top. And then you were left with you needed to take some time to really kind of look at those emotions, look at those feelings, recognize, heal, all kinds of things here, right? I'm also feeling like perhaps someone here was not super thrilled with the pace that you were moving at. If you were kind of slow to respond or slow to take action here, maybe, again, you went quiet and they were like, Psst, I'm done dealing with this. And that could have caused yet again another emotional uproar within you that also is calling to be healed, right? So a lot of tumultuous energy there. Let's see what else we get as we move into this week. we have summoning power, instinct, intellect, and control. So it does feel like, you see she's got the moon there, and she's kind of trying to channel that energy down into these wolves here. So very much like the moon card, you can see that we've got the two wolves. Some say it's a dog and a coyote, some say it's a wolf and a coyote, whatever. You can see the similarities in these cards. Essentially the moon and the two beasts, right? And so, like, trying to gain control of those fears, gain control of those emotions that have come up. And it's interesting because it says summoning power, and it has intellect in here. And it's almost like you're trying to get out of that emotional space and back into your more logical energy there, Aquarius, because you are an air sign. You're very much about the intellect. We have the 9 of Wands, the 8 of Wands, and the King of Pentacles. Now, for some of you, if this offer, this Knight of Pentacles that came in was an offer of commitment, because it is a pentacle, it's stability, it's solid. And with the King of Pentacles showing up here, it could be that you were resistant to it before, and now you're like, okay, let's do it. But I think it's because perhaps you came into recognition of your emotions at the time. For others, I feel like you definitely want stability. You want, you know, perhaps you're wanting to focus on your own money and wealth and abundance and career at this juncture, and so your guard has remained up when it comes to this situation in the past. It's almost like that moon kind of gave you a taste of what was underneath, and now that you've kind of spent some time with it, it's almost like you're ready to get back to business as usual. I almost get this feeling like perhaps you're wanting to shut it back down. Because it is interesting to me, we've got these moons and these wolves, and then we have this word intellect. It's kind of opposite of what I would think, you know? I could see instinct, I could see controlling of the emotions, controlling of fears, but when we have that word intellect on that card, to me it's more like a higher knowing. It's not mental, right? And so for that word intellect to show up on that card instantly stood out to me as like, well, this doesn't really doesn't fit the bill. And so it could be that you're trying to move into the intellect and away from that emotional aspect because it feels out of control. I mean, we have this 8 of Wands here. I mean, you know, this can be overwhelm, right? Out of control kind of energy, like fire hose energy. Where it's like if you allow those emotions to come up, suddenly you're overwhelmed with them and they're so powerful and you're like, no, pack that back down. So let's see what else we get here. The 9 of Wands, we have the 10 of Wands. And the 7 of Cups. With the 8 of Wands, we have the 8 of Wands. So definitely some overwhelm, some communication here. Okay, the 2 of Cups. And with the King of Pentacles, we have the 3 of Swords. And the Knight of Swords. So I feel like the confusion, we have that 7 of Cups. I feel like you have options here. I mean, we always have options. We can choose something, we can choose not to deal with it, we can move on, we can find something new. And perhaps you had been exploring your options in the past. And there's something about that that is, like, the confusion associated with that is disturbing, I want to say. And perhaps it's kind of like the confusion that resulted from all these emotions coming up. You were like, what? And so that's been kind of tiresome and difficult for you. I think at one point you may have decided that this situation in the past was worth closing out because it was such a burden. It was so hard. But I feel like I feel like perhaps with this King of Pentacles showing up here, I feel like, and it's coming in with these swords, which is that intellectual, mental energy. I do feel like you're going to communicate those painful feelings, perhaps to this person of the past. But perhaps that's the aspect of that card, that intellect that's coming out, because I feel like more what you're going with here is this love instinct. I mean, we've got these 8 of Wands, 2 of Cups. I feel like you want to move forward with this connection. And perhaps you're finding that it's the intellect aspect of what you've been dealing with that is the burden, the confusion. You've not been tapping into those instincts because you kept them hidden. And even as they come out, of course, they're overwhelming because they're bubbling over the top. They haven't been dealt with, right? And now I feel like you're maybe prepared to talk about those emotions, the feelings that have happened for you, the truth of your pain that you've experienced, the truth of your fears. But in doing so, that almost to me feels like it opens up a door, because perhaps it's something you haven't done. You haven't really talked about your feelings, if that makes sense. Let's see what's coming in the future position. We have Heart Guardian. Says love and let yourself be loved. So again, with this heart healing energy, we have the Hanged Man, the Star, and the 6 of Swords. I think you recognize that you need healing. I think you're recognizing that what this moon showed you was that there was a lot under the surface that needs some time, needs some healing. We have Pisces, Aquarius, and some more air showing up here. Let's see what else we get with this. I do feel like you've had a perspective shift, and maybe even recognizing that you need a lot more healing than you thought you did, or that there's these emotions that need dealt with, these fears that need dealt with. The Hanged Man, we have the Devil, and the Ace of Wands. So some Pisces, Capricorn showing up there. Definitely a new, passionate, very passionate situation. With the Star, we have you again. And the 3 of Cups. So could be looking to reconnect with this person from the past. Reconcile things. And with the 6 of Swords, we get Temperance. And the 5 of Cups. So I do, again, heal, 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 heal. I feel like you're wanting to get out of this focus on the past, but I think you're recognizing that in order to do that, it has to actually be looked at. It can't just be tucked under the stone throne that you're sitting on and hope that it doesn't bubble up. So it does feel like kind of this doorway, recognizing that there's still something here that could be saved. We have the Two of Cups, and when we get the Five of Cups, you can see there's 2 cups still standing here. There's 3 that have spilled, but it's not like all is lost. Only we've been focusing on these 3 cups, the regret of what we did lose, right? And it's funny because then we have Temperance. She's got the 2 cups, and she's kind of alchemizing between the 2. There's healing, there's patience, there's almost like this angelic guidance. Look at this. You know, Temperance shows up as this angel, and then we have the Heart Guardian here as well. So I do feel like there's healing potential here and a new passionate beginning here that is possible. With that Devil energy, the Hangman, and the Ace, I feel like it's just this deep connection. To me, it doesn't feel like a toxic energy there. Let me get one more on. And perhaps even recognition that the toxicity that was happening before were these unacknowledged emotions, right? Because if they aren't acknowledged, they show up as the subconscious, like the hidden emotions that break things down because they are demanding some sort of recognition here. And we have the Emperor clarifying the Devil there. So I do feel like there's perhaps been some control tactics in the past here. This feeling stuck. But I feel like it's like this excessive control of fears and emotions, like packing them down into a... And we have the Five of Pentacles clarifying that Ace of Wands. So it could very well be that you decide to reject this and move forward. I feel like it could go either way. It looks to me like in your emotions, you want to reconnect and reconcile with this person. The fear that's cropping up here is, will I get hurt? Will I be controlled? Will I feel like I need to control things in order to, you know, keep everything secure and under, like there's a lot of control energy here, but I feel like it's because the emotional aspect feels overwhelming. So take it as it resonates. I think this could move into healing, integrating and healing energy here. It's just whether or not you open up that heart, right? So, Aquarius, I hope you found that helpful, and I hope to see you in the next reading. Thanks for being here. Bye.